In a world that celebrates noise, crowds, and constant connection, choosing to be alone is often misunderstood. Many people assume it means loneliness, sadness, or social failure, but the reality is very different. People who genuinely like being alone are not running away from life, they are running toward clarity. They understand something most people never slow down enough to realize. Solitude is not empty, it is powerful. People who enjoy being alone usually have a deep and honest relationship with their own mind. Silence does not scare them because they are not afraid of their thoughts. While others look for distractions to escape boredom or discomfort, these individuals use quiet moments to reflect, analyze, and understand themselves. Over time, this creates strong self-awareness and emotional intelligence. They know who they are, what they value, and what they will not tolerate, and that inner understanding becomes a lifelong advantage. One of the most impressive qualities of people who like solitude is emotional independence. They do not rely on constant attention, validation, or approval to feel secure. They know how to process emotions on their own, how to sit with discomfort, and how to recover without needing someone else to fix them. This doesn't mean they reject relationships. It means they choose them freely instead of clinging to them out of fear. Because of this, they are harder to manipulate, less reactive, and far more resilient when life becomes challenging. People who prefer being alone also tend to think more clearly than most. When life is quieter, the mind becomes sharper. Without constant noise, opinions, and pressure from others, they can analyze situations calmly and make decisions based on logic instead of impulse. They do not rush to follow trends or adopt popular opinions. They question, reflect, and decide for themselves. This clear thinking allows them to notice solutions, patterns, and opportunities that others overlook. Solitude also fuels creativity in a powerful way. Many original ideas are born in quiet moments when the mind is free to wander. People who like being alone give their imagination room to breathe. They connect ideas, explore new perspectives, and create without interruption. Whether they are writers, artists, thinkers, or problem solvers, their best work often happens when no one is watching. Creativity needs space, and solitude provides exactly that. Another noticeable trait is their dislike for meaningless conversation. People who enjoy being alone value depth over noise. They are not interested in talking just to fill silence. They would rather stay quiet than engage in shallow or forced interaction. When they do speak, their words usually carry meaning and intention. This selective communication often makes them seem reserved or mysterious, but it also earns them respect. Spending time alone also teaches people how to sit with discomfort. They become comfortable with boredom, uncertainty, and emotional tension instead of constantly escaping it. This builds patience and inner strength. When life slows down or becomes difficult, they do not panic. They understand that growth often feels uncomfortable and that clarity comes from facing things, not avoiding them. This ability to stay calm under pressure gives them a major advantage in stressful situations. People who like being alone are often highly motivated. They don't need an audience to work hard. They don't wait for encouragement or praise to begin. Their drive comes from within. They work quietly, improve privately, and stay consistent even when no one is watching. Because of this, their progress often surprises others. Success appears suddenly, but it is built on long periods of silent effort. Their quiet nature also makes them excellent observers. When you are not constantly talking or performing, you start noticing details others miss. People who enjoy solitude tend to read body language well, sense emotional shifts, and understand unspoken dynamics. They listen carefully and observe before reacting. This awareness helps them navigate social situations smoothly, even if they don't seek them out. When it comes to relationships, people who like being alone value quality over quantity. They do not need a large social circle to feel fulfilled. They prefer a few meaningful connections over many shallow ones. They are not afraid to walk away from relationships that drain their energy or lack honesty. As a result, their bonds are often deeper, healthier, and more genuine. Another powerful quality is their resistance to influence and control. People who depend heavily on others for approval are easier to manipulate. Those who are comfortable alone trust their own judgment. They are less affected by peer pressure, criticism, or trends. They are willing to stand alone if necessary, choosing authenticity over acceptance. People who enjoy solitude also tend to heal faster from emotional pain. They don't distract themselves endlessly when something hurts. Instead, they process emotions, reflect on experiences, and learn from them. Because they are not afraid of being alone, loss does not destroy them. They know they can survive and rebuild on their own, which makes them emotionally strong. Spending time alone also creates a grounded and realistic view of life. These individuals understand that happiness is not constant, success is not instant, and growth is not easy. They are less likely to chase unrealistic fantasies or compare themselves to others. They live at their own pace, with honesty and self-respect. Strong personal boundaries are another defining trait. People who like being alone protect their time and energy. They say no without guilt and leave situations that feel draining or toxic. They do not over-explain their choices. These boundaries help maintain their mental health and keep them focused on what truly matters. Their introspective nature pushes them to ask deeper questions about life and themselves. They regularly reflect on their actions, goals, and beliefs. This self-examination leads to personal growth, emotional maturity, and a strong sense of identity. They are not shaped entirely by society's expectations. They shape themselves. Because of their comfort with stillness, they remain calm under pressure. When chaos hits, they can slow down, think clearly, and respond instead of reacting. This calm presence becomes a strength in leadership, crisis situations, and difficult moments. People who like being alone are also highly selective of their energy. They understand that energy is limited, so they do not waste it on drama, gossip, or pointless conflict. They invest it in growth, creativity, and purpose. While others stay busy but stuck, they quietly move forward. They are also comfortable being misunderstood. They don't need everyone to approve of their lifestyle or personality. They accept being seen as different, quiet, or reserved. Knowing who they are gives them freedom from external labels and opinions. Over time, solitude builds an inner strength that many people never develop. It teaches self-trust, patience, and resilience. This strength does not disappear when circumstances change. It stays, providing stability in an unpredictable world. As they grow internally, people who enjoy solitude often outgrow old environments, mindsets, and relationships. They move on without anger or drama, guided by clarity rather than emotion. Growth sometimes requires distance, and they understand that well. Most importantly, they know the difference between being alone and being lonely. Loneliness feels empty, but solitude feels full. They have learned that peace does not come from constant connection or attention. It comes from alignment with oneself. People who like being alone are not broken, antisocial, or missing out on life. They have simply chosen depth over distraction, clarity over chaos, and self-understanding over constant noise. In a world addicted to attention, solitude is rare, and rare things are valuable. If this hit home, make sure you hit like. It helps the channel more than you think. Subscribe for more real, no-noise content like this. And don't forget to press the bell icon so you don't miss what's coming next. Stay sharp, stay grounded. I'll see you in the next one.